Hello, you're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. Just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
That's pretty much it. I can't think of any like banter before anything. Do you have anything? I've been doing it. Do you have anything?
I don't usually have anything, I just play off of you.
You see, this is what happens when I like improv it for X amount of episodes. Was it like 36 or something like that?
It's getting up there.
35? 30 ish episodes.
Yeah.
I realized I dug myself in the hole.
Yay, holes.
No, that's not a good thing.
I like digging holes. Have you ever just gone to the beach and dug a really big hole?
Okay, that's a guy thing.
Girls can do it too.
You know how many videos online where like a guy starts digging a hole and then
hmm
other guys on the beach will then join in on the hole digging?
No, I've done it. I've started digging a hole, and a bunch of guys showed up and started helping me. It was great.
It's a weird sense of like camaraderie between men that's really hard to explain.
I enjoy the whole too. I'm kind of a tomboy, so I can understand the camaraderie between men bits.
It's like similar to when some a guy is grilling and another guy has to join in and just watch.
Oh my gosh, in my neighborhood, most of our neighbors have their grills on the front porch because no one has backyards. And so walking home on a day that's perfect for grilling is so rough because you walk past one house, ooh, that smells good. You walk past another house, oh, that smells great too. Ugh, so great.
And that's when you do like samplers at each door.
Yeah, true.
And by the time you get back to your house, you already had your dinner.
We did have a neighborhood party one time. It was fun. Everyone just grilled something.
Hey, look at that. We actually had a tangent thing in the beginning. Perfect. You helped out.
Diggy diggy hole.
Okay. I think now we get to decide or we get to see what we're doing this time. So you got dice?
I got them. I got 39.
39. We have done that.
Yay!
That is the well waters has started tasting funny. Someone should look into that.
Oh, yes. We did that one.
Which that one is wellness check.
Mhm. Go check it out.
Would you like to go up or down?
Let's go up today.
Up. Episode 40, we've already done, which is the Lost Boy named James. That is the Escape from the City episode.
Oh, yeah.
So 41, local spellcaster looking for lab quote unquote assistant. Intelligence not required, but high resistance to pain is appreciated.
Oh, my. This does not sound like assistant. This sounds like test dummy.
Yes, I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
But this could be a very silly side quest.
I mean, most parties do have pretty good resistance and things. It might be best to get an adventuring party or something because they've encountered things.
I think we this could be just a fun thing of us where it'll be a local spellcaster is trying to come up with new spells, right?
Ooh.
Depending on how many party members there are, but each party member gets a spell casted on them and it will automatically succeed kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what if we just spend the rest of this episode thinking of funny just side effects that could happen to the party, and then the game master could then take all that and make a table out of it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And so then they would have to like, oh, whatever happens, hopefully like, yeah, the side effects will wear off in like a few days. And they will
Mhm.
have to actually do like some side quests with some of these impairments.
Fun.
And then it'll go away, he'll pay for the services kind of thing. But just to
Right.
like, hey, with these effects happening, can you document and tell me like how did it affect your job as an adventurer?
This actually reminds me of something. Oh, in The Princess Bride, the whole torture scene thing where he's torturing the man in black. He's like, "Now, how do you feel?"
Oh, survey thing.
Yeah, he wanted to document this. That's what it's making me think of.
This is making me think of Fallout 3,
Never played it.
where there is a person in Megaton that there's a side quest where basically she'll inject you or make you go through radiation and you'll suffer like radiation mutations and then she'll document what like
Wow.
changes and what happens to you.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a funny just side quest. So do you just want to do that where this is
Yeah,
tacked on to whatever side quest that the game master wants them to do, just with the this hiccup of a bunch of random side effects that they could go through?
I like it.
Okay.
So, our spellcaster, wizard, sorcerer, whatever you want them to be, they're testing out new spells. They're trying to invent new spells. So we got to think of ones that don't already exist, which is the hard part.
Actually, yeah. I'm kind of excited for this because it's just like quirky things that we can make up. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be really hard to not think of something that already exists.
Cuz they're constantly adding new ones.
Okay, real quick. What is the name of the spellcaster? Could be a wizard, could
Mhm.
be a sorcerer,
Yeah.
whatever.
Kajus Sutherland.
What was that?
It's Kajus, I don't know.
Caius?
Kajun. Kajus. Caius? I just thought it looks cool. So,
It kind of does, yeah. It's very fancy.
yes.
Oh, this is like a trust fund kid
Oh yeah.
that's just
Oh yeah.
went to college because their parents paid his way
Yeah,
in. And so it's like when you go to college for like a modern arts degree, you know what I mean?
kind of.
Okay. I used to have a boss that who was millionaires who sent their son to college, and the son decided to do modern arts, but it's all that bougie kind of like BS things about modern art, and he's trying to constantly sell like the way that things are
Hmm.
as if like it's interpreting for modern art kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And his parents eat it up, and they don't mind funding him on his art projects.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's
Okay. That's totally what this is then. Like, yes. So, rich kid, completely funded by his parents, trying to make himself famous by making up a spell so he can tack his name onto it.
yeah, like Tasha's.
Yeah, and Mordenkainen.
That's perfect. Okay. What was his name again?
Caius.
Kaius.
Kajus. Sutherland. So Sutherland.
I mean, to be fair, tacking on Caius in the beginning of the spell probably will work out because it
Yeah.
doesn't sound too bad.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of spells would he come up with? Would he go more damaging? Would he do healing?
I think we should just think of a wide array of things.
Okay.
And it's whatever the game master wants to put in or have set up as a table
And
and roll for random.
and if the spells are a success, maybe some of the characters who are spellcasters or half casters would have the ability to learn this spell going forward.
Possibly.
That could be the payment for the testing, is learning the spell.
But then I think that Caius will want the party to pay for it.
Well, that's it. No, they're paying for it by
No,
being
I
his
feel
his
I feel like
dummies.
if he's a snobby rich kid who wants to be famous for this.
It's only if it's a successful spell, and only if they promise to spread his name. He wants to be famous. He doesn't need money. His parents give him money.
True. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. But I think it's just whatever effects we come up with is the legit effects that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if the game master wants to role play whether they succeeded in what the initial desire was,
It could be either like a flip a coin.
or it could be just a study project of like, okay, see if these effects is good for adventurers and which ones are not good for adventurers. So just
True.
put random ones on adventurers and then see if they complain about if it was a hindrance or it was good for them.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. Okay.
So he's casting all the spells, being like, all right, go on your next adventure, then come back and tell me how it went.
Yeah. That kind of thing. And then I'll pay you.
Yeah. Okay.
Pay you for this survey.
So what are the spells?
Okay. Some goofy, wacky stuff. Where for the
Mhm.
next like 30 minutes is just us thinking of wacky spells.
Wacky spell time.
I hope we last 30 minutes. I don't know.
Well,
The ability to only speak squirrel.
mm.
No one else understands you. The only thing that understands you is fellow squirrels. I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my head.
They start speaking squirrel like in uh
Emperor's New
oh,
Groove. Yes.
yes, it's that language specifically.
Squeak, squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeak,
Squeak 'em.
squeak 'em. Yes, this is just spitballing right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Can't come up with spells. There's already so many.
Uh, can see a person's mood by a color aura around their head.
Oh, yeah. Sad or not sadly enough, oddly enough, I have in one of my other campaigns I'm playing in a mood ring that will tell me the mood of people around me.
Yeah, I was thinking like, yeah, basically a mood ring.
Yeah. But you just see their aura basically.
The ability to turn a specific body part invisible and only that specific body part. You could choose an arm, one arm, or a leg, or your head, or your body.
I was gonna say not torso and or tail if you got one.
And tail would be its own appendage as well. So, but
Yeah.
it's all separate, and you can only do one at a time.
You're thinking of all the spells. I feel terrible.
I'm just like first thing that comes to my mind about a stupid magic effect.
Mhm. Um, okay, I attempted to look up just random silly spell ideas online because I can't think of any. And I came across one that makes me sad, but also I find hilarious. It's called Power Word Shart.
So basically, the brown note.
Yes, essentially. So what if
Yeah, that just made me want think of like I want to play a bard now. That's like the entire goal of their entire campaign or character arc is trying to develop the brown note.
hmm,
That's
so
funny.
what if one of the spells is you give them the ability to shout. It's like a war cry or something, but really it's just the brown note and all of your enemies crap their pants.
I mean, yeah, toss that in the list.
Ugh, I feel dirty now.
That was the one thing you came up with, and it was that.
I didn't even come up with it. Someone else did.
You're the one who pointed out, so it is yours now. You are
Yep.
forever associated with that.
Mm,
Magical effect of there is a small rain cloud that appears above the head, 3 feet above the head. It'll always lightly drizzle on the person.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking of useless stuff
Yeah,
because I thought it'd be just funnier flavoring for
right.
the adventure.
Hmm.
Whatever personal one that the game master's gonna put in, we're not gonna think of that one.
The person is constantly charged with a minor electrical charge, causing electrostatic discharge, like shocks whenever they touch people. Just a shock, minor, nothing major. It doesn't cause any damage.
So your static shock.
No, static shock is actually hurtful. Like he can actually like really electrocute people.
I love how I'm thinking of just nonsensical stuff, and you're going a little bit more on the practical side.
Well, I'm practical.
Okay, knows every single language.
Oh, that would actually come extremely handy.
Well, it depends. If
Yeah.
they just go like whatever like mission that they're going on next, it might just involve just bandits. That's not gonna help.
No. About
And I'm saying languages, so it's not like speaking animals to animals or anything like that.
the ability to eat anything. Like you eat a rock that sustains you.
That would actually be helpful.
Yes.
If the party or the group plays by eating rules and rations.
Right. Yes. Ooh, sticky fingers. The next thing you touch is stuck to you for D whatever hours.
Oh god.
Doesn't count if it's something that's already on your person.
Yeah, what happens if you pull a sword getting stuck on your hand and then someone casts heat metal on that sword and you can't drop it?
Well, that's the problem. But you can't drop your sword if they say try to knock it out of your hand.
True.
Yep.
You have the ability to summon a small vermin, i.e., like a rat, a bat, or I don't know, frog. But the small creature is just a random creature that will run away from you instantly and does not help in any way whatsoever.
Unless you want it as a distraction.
That is the creativity of the players. I'm just coming up with random things
The ability to make your fingertips glow.
like ET.
Yeah, just your fingertips. They don't do anything, they just glow. Kind of like, how those magicians that always have that little light in their hand, they pass it back and forth from hand to hand, and really it's just, spoiler alert, glowing fingertip cup things that light up when you put pressure on them.
How could you ruin that for so many people?
I had one. It got ruined for me, I'm gonna ruin it for you.
God, so negative. This is Dark Tiffany again.
Yay!
Is that really a yay?
I don't know, I thought we got some pretty good content when Dark Tiffany comes around.
No, that was just sad. That was sad content. You're ruining the
No.
illusion for so many hopeful kids or people in general.
I mean, it was fun for me.
Yeah, Dark Tiff.
I like knowing how things work.
Anyways, what's your magic idea?
The ability to hover 1 inch off the ground. You cannot go higher, you cannot go lower. I know there's already kind of a hover, like levitate, but this is just 1 inch.
You know, that'd be really helpful for like difficult terrain.
Right?
But okay, have the hover speed half of your movement speed.
Oh, it is difficult terrain because your feet slip because there's no traction.
Yeah.
But you can literally walk across water with it.
Actually, speaking of that, water is now considered a hard surface for you.
Hmm.
But that means if it rains, it feels like pebbles hitting you.
Oh, if it rains, it's essentially hailing.
Yeah, basically.
That's
But
funny.
that's
Wait.
any liquid, like any water.
What
I
about
won't.
drinking water? Do you have to chew it?
Yeah, like rocks.
So water becomes like rock candy or so essentially?
Well, no, no, candy would be sweet. Like it'll be ice. You
I
chewing
mean
on ice
texture-wise.
cubes. You're chewing
Okay,
on ice cubes,
but they never melt.
but they will never melt.
Oh my gosh,
That's actually funny.
that is funny. You have to speak in uwu.
Oh god.
That one's just
Why
torture for everyone.
why are you suggesting the cursed ones? Oh my god.
There have to be a couple of cursed ones, okay?
Oh, how about this will be fun. Just like a fourth wall break where your character believes that they're in a game, a tabletop game.
Oh my gosh. And for a split second, you look around and there's just a bunch of people staring down at you.
Yeah. Either tabletop or they just like feel like they could break the fourth wall.
Wow.
It could be like just viewed as just paranoia.
Yeah.
However you want to play that, I think that possibly will be funny.
Mhm.
Especially when it wears off in like 2 days anyways.
How about the ability to switch places with your one of your party members at will, but like only 1 or 2 times a day? So like they could be all the way on the other side of the whatever battle map or area or whatever, and you're just like, nope, I'm here, you're there.
Play off of that. If they like come in contact with anyone, like skin to skin contact,
Hmm.
they will switch minds, like switch bodies for 1 minute.
That's a good different one. Like those could be two separate ones entirely.
Yeah, yours just inspired me for that one. We've done
Yeah.
like body swapping before, but this one's like a very temporary thing, but could really help out on like a certain missions
Yeah. Hmm.
if used correctly. Keyword there.
Yes.
Okay, their stomach becomes a bag of holding.
Oh gosh.
So they could swallow things and it would be stored in a pocket dimension. But then in order to retrieve it, they have to throw it up.
Gross, but useful. Can't be stolen.
But then once the magic wears off, I don't know what will happen.
I know everything. Well, it says like everything when a bag of holding is destroyed, everything inside of it is expelled onto a different plane of existence.
Yeah, it'll be dispersed into the ethereal plane. In
Yeah.
my personal games I always run, I don't like that. I think it'll be funnier if it just all came out of the bag like an explosion kind of thing.
Okay, so when this spell wears off, the person just involuntarily vomits up everything they've put in there.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I find that better than just oh you lose all your things.
Yeah.
Because I would love to encourage like creativity on that. Because I've had the idea of like, oh, what happens if you just take a bag of holding and over the course of months of adventuring, you keep putting arrows and bolts in there, and then you decide to just puncture a hole, and then all the arrows then start flying out of that hole,
Oh.
and then you just made yourself a like a Gatling gun over like 2 turns. A lot of preparations just for a good payoff of a strong move.
You can do it once,
Yeah, but I think
and it costs
that
a lot.
rewards it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. How about you gain a tail? The type of tail is completely random.
Whatever the game master wants.
You like roll a die on a bestiary page or something. I don't know.
Just the GM gets to decide.
Yeah, just random animal generator. Go. Oh, that one doesn't have a tail. New animal. But yeah, you gain a tail. Or to expand on that, one of your body parts is replaced with an animal body part.
That'll be funny.
I've always wanted to get these. There's this set of dice out there that it's their injury dice, I believe they're called, or something like that. And when you roll them, it tells you a specific body part that got injured.
Yeah, it's I have those dice because well, it's in a different board game called Kingdom Death Monster. I absolutely
Gotcha.
love that game. But it has a D side D6 dice that has different body parts of head, arms, body, waist, or legs.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the dice I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
But this one went a little bit further. It's arm, left leg, left or right leg, left leg, foot. You know, like it says specific different parts. It was a bigger sided die.
whichever you want to do.
Yeah. Like the spell itself could have like the list of all the different body parts to replace and then have a number next to it and you just roll whatever die.
New magic idea. You taste everything you touch in your hands.
Oh gosh, do not fall in a trash heap. Oh,
Or don't play the brown note.
oh no, I'm just remembering back to my youth when I broke my arm and my finger went into dog poop.
Let's not talk about that. That is way too gross.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
touched
you talking about it. I don't want anyone else to hear it.
it.
I'm saving you, audience.
It wasn't that bad. It was just dog poop. I just couldn't figure out which finger it was on because I couldn't turn my arm around. It was broken. It was my pinky.
Now we're getting to a point where we're running out of ideas.
Well, once again, I'm scrolling through a different list of people's homebrew spells, and this one's just called Yeet.
Fleeing someone very far.
Yeah,
That's not that creative.
I know. Oh, you throw something at incredible speed.
Eh.
It adds your spellcasting modifier to improvised weapon damage. It's kind of cool, but you know, that's already something that someone else came up with. Dang it, I got to the bottom of the list. How about everything you touch becomes rubber? So you can't cause slashing or piercing damage, but you can cause bludgeoning damage. So you only deal bludgeoning. Everything you touch just becomes bludgeoning damage.
What happens if they touch a person?
I mean, if you used a person as a weapon, it would be bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, but then would they then become a rubber person and they die? We're going into King Midas territory again.
Okay, I think it would be just in a sense that you could manipulate them as rubber, but the moment you let go, they go back to flesh, which could also have terrible implications because you could bend them as rubber into an impossible shape, and then when you let go, they break because they can't be in that shape.
That sounded remind me of inspired me for this one. Any item that you hold is temporarily non-magical.
Ooh, you become like a force of non-magic.
But then once you let go of the item, the magic activates again.
That would like negate all of your magic items.
Yep.
It's terrible.
That's a funny hindrance, but could be used as a creative solution for things. Because imagine, like, basically, oh, this chest has a magical lock on it or a magical trap. Okay, I'll just put my
Boop.
hand on the chest.
Boop, unlocked.
Yeah, I think that would be a creative, like, solution.
Yeah, it really would.
For the amount of hindrance you have for losing the ability for your magic items.
It would also be a good spell to cast on your enemies, negating them from being able to use any magical
No,
abilities.
it's purely what's in their hand. That's it.
I know, I'm saying if you had the ability to cast this spell.
Oh, you mean for the sorcerer? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
You're thinking long term. Okay.
Yeah. Mini portals. You have the ability to generate miniature portals that you can reach a hand through, but only just a hand. Maybe arm up to elbow or so.
It has to be the portal you reach in has to be a top half.
I wasn't thinking about that, but that's funny too. And then the other end of the portal has to be within sight.
Yeah, like within 60 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
That's just making me think of like, did you watch that like animated short about the magician and the bunny's like on a stool behind the curtains on off to the side. He wants like a carrot, but the magician doesn't
No.
give it to him before the show.
I feel like I have seen this.
It's a very funny, just animated short. After this
Right.
episode, I might send you the link.
Okay. Yeah, I was going off of the abilities of the main character in the show Wakfu. He just generates little circular portals, but he can actually jump through it. He can make big ones too, but he
No,
starts out with little
that's way
ones.
too overpowered.
Okay, fine.
No, I'm saying for like to have them jump through. Reaching in is not that much power giving to the players.
Yeah, that's why I said they're just
Yeah,
small
yeah.
enough to reach an arm
I'm in
into.
agreement with you. Yeah,
Okay. Because essentially, like, if they could just jump through, that's just the spell Misty Step.
yeah. Or dimension door.
Yeah, that too. How about the ability to turn small objects into other small objects? Like pick up a leaf, suddenly it's a coin, but it feels like a coin too. Like it has been transformed.
That sounds like something that would cause the player just to fixate on that for the next like 3 hours of gameplay.
Yes, probably.
I feel like that would be a nightmare for the game master,
Probably.
especially if you could turn it into money.
Yeah. But that's the fun part. But like it doesn't stay that way. It's only in that shape for a certain amount of time and then it changes back.
The temperature around the player, let's say 10 feet, is 10 degrees hotter,
Hmm.
and that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
I can see that being an interesting thing.
Counterpoint, the temperature around the player around 10 feet will be 10 degrees colder Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
True. It could be an either or type of spell, or it could be two different spells.
No, it'd just be two different effects if you want to put them on table.
That works too, yeah.
I'm just making it longer. I'm just trying.
Yeah. Just thought of a kind of gross one. Solidifying loogies. You spit on something, it dries into a solid
Why are
substance.
you coming up with so many gross ones?
I don't know. Just came to mind. But yeah, you can like spit glue, basically.
The player looks like regresses and looks half their age.
Hmm. Vice versa, they age. Or like they look older.
Oh, you can have one person have a 1 day memory, like 51st dates.
Oh, that'd be rough. And it all like whenever they reset it just goes back to right after the spell was cast.
No, it'd be their memory would be like as if it was they don't remember the day that the spell got casted on. So they every time they wake up they think it's gonna be that day where they're planning on going to see the sorcerer
Wow.
or wizard or whatever.
That would be rough to play out.
I think that'd be a funny role playing moment.
It would be, yes. How about the person has the ability to shift their size to one size larger or one size smaller?
So basically enlarge or reduce a real magical effect that already happens.
Yeah, good point in mind.
I'm sure we've already like stated like other things that are real spells,
Probably.
but I feel like that one was very blatant.
I forgot that spell existed. I knew this would happen at least once.
Oh yeah.
But see, this would be an on will thing. They could change size with a thought, not that they're stuck that way.
Well, the spell only lasts like so many minutes or something like that, or lose
Okay.
concentration.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure someone's gonna yell at me. It's like, no, that's not true. It's this. And I'm like, whatever. I don't have every spell memorized.
Hmm.
Oh, how about the entire time that person has their own like background music that's playing that everyone else around them could hear.
But they can't hear it?
No, they can't hear it. Everyone hears it.
Interesting.
But it'll change depending on what's happening. So let's say like they're stealthing, there's gonna be stealthing music playing.
Nice. That's not very stealthy.
No. If they're gonna be like in a fight, it's gonna be battle music.
Yeah.
If they're just casually sitting or anything, it might be like tavern music or something like that. But it just always there's gonna be music playing.
That is interesting. Hmm. I mean, you could just give them Magneto's ability, magnetism, let them expel or attract whatever they want. Metal, of course.
Okay, I think we're starting to run out.
Yeah, we really are.
But I have to say this one is pretty easy because it was just us think of funny side effects.
Yeah. So players, if they answer this wanted, right? Yeah, local spellcaster looking for a lab assistant. They answer it, he's like, "Oh, cool. I want to test out spells on you. I want to cast these spells on you. Please let them take effect. Do not resist." And then yeah, it's gonna affect you for a little while and tell me how it works out.
I want you to go about your daily job or your usual job of adventuring,
Mhm.
complete a couple of quests, whatever you feel you want to do. Wait, and then come back. Tell me your experiences and how the spells hindered or helped you in any way, and then I will pay you X amount of gold
Handsomely.
depending on the level and how much money this party actually has.
And it's probably like he doesn't understand money as well.
Oh yeah, he might be spending a little bit more.
Yeah, he might be paying you a little bit too much for this.
But yeah, that is a very simple quest to just tack on to other quests.
Yeah.
It's just a funny additional effects or things you could toss at your players.
Mhm.
I think we have a very simple quest, but it was just fun. Think of random magical effects. There's
Little rough.
some good, some stupid.
Fully stupid.
Most of them silly.
Silly is fun.
Hey everyone, Brandon and Tiffany here.
Hi.
While we're coming up with like post production things of like titles or anything like that, Tiffany just so happened to bring up a very interesting thing that we're just tacking on at the end of this.
None of the spells actually do anything. You guys are the control group. But you don't know that. You're led to believe that the spells do things. So when he casts the spell, he's like, all right, off you go. And like, wait, what do the spells do? I guess you'll find out.
Yes, basically act like, oh, there's something magical, but we're not sure what it will be. So all that stuff. And the players will then roll something, like rolling for a table. And Game Master will then just act normal and just say, okay, jot something down. And then let the players just panic the entire time of what actually happened to them. But nothing will happen. And when by the time they're done, they get to back to the wizard or sorcerer or whatever, and then he will tell them, "Oh, you were the control group. There was no magical effect on you." If you want to
Uh,
mess with your player's mind, that is amazing.
yes.
Anyways, that is it. Bye.
Bye.
But yeah, if you put this in your campaign, or if you have a tavern quest posting of your own that you want to make us to make a quest out of, let us know on the social media formerly known as Twitter at QuestBoardPod. And I think with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing.